got another fun video for you today. Today I'll be answering some of the questions that you guys had asked me for my Reborn Q&A, as well as a big surprise. I finally picked out a name, so I will be revealing that name at the end of the video, so make sure you guys stick around that we can see what name I picked. But before we get started, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit subscribe and ring that bell. That way you get updates for all of my videos. Next, head over to Instagram. Give me a follow at rebornloves92, as well as my Reborn roleplay page, littlefamily.bigdreamers. Alright guys, let's get started with today's video. Alright, as you can tell, I am a major slacker. I haven't undressed her since Christmas. So while I change her really quick, I'll answer some of your questions and then we'll carry on with the video. So the first question I have is, what is your favorite season to dress your Reborn up for? That's tricky because I've had Reborns through like summer, but this was the first year I've had a Reborn through Christmas. And I've come to realize I love the adorable Christmas outfits and the bows and everything like that. So it's tricky. It's definitely, I'd have to say, it's high between Christmas, like Christmas season, like not necessarily winter, but just Christmas in general, so like December. Because I really like the Christmas outfits, like I said, and I really like baby summer clothes. I like that they show off their little chubby little legs and chubby little arms and everything. So for me, it's definitely a cross between the two. I also have to say I really like Christmas like winter pajamas. I like the fleece. For me, it's really comforting. So having that as like an option at Christmas time and winter time is like really nice, and it's, you know, not really realistic to put a baby in fleece pajamas in the summer. So I think it depends on the clothing, really. I like summer for the summer outfits that show off the legs, and I like winter for the Christmas clothes and the fleece pajamas. So I'll word it that way, I guess, between Christmas and summer. Where do you love to shop for your Reborn accessories? So I'm taking that question as like bows, bibs, socks, tights, all that fun stuff. I really like Shein. When it comes to baby stuff, their prices are reasonable and their quality is pretty decent. The only downside is the shipping time that it takes to get here. I was supposed to do, this video was supposed to be a Shein haul, and I bought a ton of stuff, spent like over $100 on Shein, and bought a ton of stuff for this one for Christmas and just like to have in general, and it's still not here. USPS is like totally delayed with it, so hopefully it'll get here soon and I'll be able to do that video, because I think Shein is a really good option if you are able to wait. It takes about 2 weeks normally. Given COVID and the holidays, it definitely took a tad bit longer. So I ordered it like December 1st, and here we are almost New Year's and I still don't have her stuff. I got the hair clips that I used to make her bows from there, and I think they're excellent quality, and I really like the fact that they come covered. I've also gotten shoes from there. Her shoes actually from Thanksgiving are from Shein, and her shoes right here, her Christmas shoes, are from Shein as well, and I really like them. Her Christmas dress is actually from Shein, and I have to say the only thing I didn't like about it was the neckline. It was way too big, and you could see her cloth body underneath, and that was like literally the only thing that I didn't like about it. Let's switch up here really quick. Now that she's all dressed and cozy, I'm gonna do her hair while we talk some more. Be back in a sec. Got the bows out of her hair here, and she's looking a crazy mess. I'm just gonna kind of like wet everything down and brush everything out and get it nice and pretty and neat again. If money, judgment, or space wasn't a factor, what baby item would you love to purchase? I don't really worry about judgment too much because my fiance is actually really incredible, and as much as he is not totally comfortable with Reborns, I'd say, he's always been very supportive of it and always try to be very understanding of like my reasoning for it. So I actually never really feel uncomfortable or like judged by him when it comes to having Reborn. I feel he's always made me feel like it's safe for me to like express myself and be myself. So judgment isn't really an issue for me. I'd say more so space and money. That's more so like where I'm at. We really don't have much space right now for, I guess, everything that I would want for her. We're in a 2-bedroom, and part of the bedroom I'm in right now is my nursery. Part of it is my fiance's like office space. So working from home, it makes it a little tricky to kind of have the like actual full room that I would ideally like. So I guess for me, space-wise and like money-wise, I would really like to one day have like an actual nursery where it's like my space, like man cave, I guess, but woman cave. That would ideally be my thing one day, to have like kind of my own space, to have more of a setup for my Reborn or like for my Reborns in the future, and kind of just have a space to go to when I need to like relax and unwind and everything. And that would probably ideally be it for me. And then within that space, I would probably really like to have like a crib or a dresser, something like that, something that's better storage space to have my Reborns in. Because right now I don't have anything for her to like sleep in. My mom's making her a bassinet and like knitting, she's crocheting it. So she mostly sits on the spot that like I would have her bassinet, or I'll have her post in the car seat. Do you want to collect other Reborns or just the one? I love having this one. I absolutely love her. She's the perfect size, everything, but I do want to expand my collection in the future. I would like to have maybe a few more. I know that like a lot of people have a lot of Reborns, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I think that's incredible for people that really have these big, beautiful collections. But for me, I think having a few is more feasible for me. I know I definitely want to expand my collection smaller size. Like I would love to have like maybe like a newborn size Reborn, and then maybe like a toddler. I probably wouldn't go any bigger than a toddler. I know she's considered a toddler, but for me she's like a 6-month-old. That's not even how I have her on my like my Instagram roleplay, as a 6-month-old. So I think I would rather go a little bit bigger than her, maybe the size of like an 18-month-old. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm going with my collection. I maybe one day would love to have a silicone as well. So it's kind of like my hopes and my dreams for my collection in the future. What is your favorite feature of Maddie? I would have to say her face, just overall her face. When she was first being sculpted, all I saw was this, and I was like hooked on the kit. Like I knew she was the kit for me. I've been looking for a Reborn to help with my own mental health, and I've always wanted a kit that like made me feel happy. I really like the sleeping kits because they make me feel relaxed when I want to feel relaxed, but I really was looking ideally for a kit that made me feel happy. And just seeing that face and seeing that she had like smile eyes, like you could tell she was going to be smiling, I was like hooked on it, and I absolutely like was like, okay, I need to have this kit when she finally comes to being like created into vinyl and everything. So I stalked that kit. I stalked her kit until Bonnie Brown finished it, and I'm obsessed with her face. I love her little smile. I love her little like squinty eyes because she's smiling. I really, really love that. How much time a week do you spend with your Reborn? I definitely don't spend as much time as I would like to. Maybe like 2 to 3 times a week, ideally. I'm hoping to eventually have a bit more time with her now that I work from home, but my main focus is spending time with like my family, like my dogs and my fiance. So I kind of just like squeeze time in with her when I can or when I need to. So making videos is kind of like a big bonding time for me when I'm able to handle her for them, just because I like to be able to sit with her and do her hair and just like snuggle her. That's kind of why I picked this sleeper, because of how soft it is. It's kind of like a coping thing for me. So when I have this time to sit with her, do her hair, and I want her to feel like snuggly. So ideally, I maybe 2 to 3 times a week, if that. Definitely 2 times a week for my videos, but outside of my videos, maybe once in a while. So I'm hoping in the future, now that I have more time, I'll be able to like plan more time out to spend with her. But for now, it's like 2 to 3 times a week. Have you ever faced criticism for collecting reborns? If so, how did you deal with it? Like I said before, I haven't really faced criticism or anything when it came to reborns. I'm fortunate enough to have somebody that's very accepting of my collection. And to be honest, like even like his family knows about it, and they've been very like accepting, non-judgmental, at least to me, about it. They haven't said anything to me that made me feel uncomfortable, anything like that. And my family has been surprisingly accepting. My mom actually just saw her the other day and was like, I need to hold her. So she actually took her and held her, and it was funny to watch because she actually took her and like didn't hold her like a doll. She held her like a baby. My sister is kind of like the only one, but it's because she's my sister and she's comfortable saying it to me. And it wasn't really criticism. It was more just like I asked like, do you want to see my reborn? And she said, no, it's kind of creepy. But I don't get mad about it because I know not everybody likes reborns, and I know everybody doesn't really think it's, you know, an acceptable hobby. They don't think that they're cute or anything like that. In fact, they think that they're like creepy. And I know a lot of people have fear of dolls. So to see one that looks this hyper realistic for somebody that has that fear of dolls, it's legitimate. And I would never like be offended by somebody that's scared of dolls or just like find it weird in general or creepy in general. I would never judge anybody for that because like that's their personal opinion of it, and I know at the end of the day like I'm not hurting anybody with it. So if you're scared by it, like I'll go put it in another room so you're comfortable, and I won't force you to like be around it. For the most part, I haven't really faced any harsh criticism or anything like that about it, but if I were, I'd probably just brush it off at the end of the day because, you know, I'm not asking anybody to be a part of this hobby. I'm not asking anybody to accept it or anything like that, and like I know that this is something that makes me happy, and I'm not hurting anybody by it or anything like that. At the end of the day, if I get criticized for it, so be it. I'm doing what makes me happy, and that's all I care about. So what is your favorite thing to buy for her? I think dresses. I have a dress problem. I have so many dresses. I honestly don't even know when I'm going to put her in all of them, and the vast majority of them are summer dresses. I think I'm actually going to have to like go through my like drawers that I have for her and kind of take out and like put away like her winter stuff right now and sort through all of that just to make room for like her clothes that are still coming in, and also like just make room for the clothes that she has already. Come spring and summer, I probably will dress her more in dresses just because that's kind of like the look I'm going for her overall, like aesthetically. I really like vintage clothing and vintage inspired styles and everything. And the fact that she has all this hair, it makes it perfect for that because I can put the big bows in her hair. I do have a lot of vintage dresses already. Primarily my collection of dresses are vintage inspired that I got off of Shein. But I have found some like actual vintage ones on Mercari. Her pictures that I took of her when I first got her are actually is of her in an actual vintage dress, that long like christening gown. That's actually a vintage dress that I got off of Mercari, and then her Easter dress is an actual vintage dress. I have a couple other outfits that are vintage. I have to see, like, go through and see what I have. What pushed you into purchasing having a reborn? So I'm gonna kind of go in on it without actually going in on it too much, just because it is very personal for me. I have mental health issues. I have anxiety and depression. And so getting into reborns and finding them, I found them like a really long time ago. I've actually found Laura's page, Little X Loves. She was a reborn collector who has unfortunately passed away, and she kind of was the person to introduce me to reborns and to get me to like start collecting. I bought my first two off of eBay, and that was probably when I was like 20 maybe, and I'm like 28 now. Well, and I've learned so much more when it comes to reborns, and have learned so much more about how they help people like with postpartum or dementia or infant loss or infertility. I just think reborns are amazing, and I'm happy that I found them, and I'm grateful that I found them, because I definitely do think that like the weight therapy aspect of it, since they are weighted, helps my like anxiety and my depression and stuff. And I think just like having that like thing to like snuggle, and like I really want to be a mom, and I think my anxieties, my fears of not being a mom, it's hard for me to like process it, I guess. I don't know. So having a reborn kind of like comforts that aspect of it. I understand that she's not real, and I understand that she's not a real baby, and I get that, and I'm not trying to replace, you know, having a real baby with her, but for the time being, until I can get to that point of motherhood, hopefully, that this kind of, I guess for lack of a better way to say it, fills that void. Where do you buy your reborn baby food from? I have yet to buy reborn baby food. I will be doing a reborn baby food challenge soon with my friend. She's gonna come visit. But I've still yet to try how to like make baby food. I've heard using like flour and like food coloring and water work. I don't know if baby powder would work, but that one's tricky because I haven't actually done that yet. So I don't really know how to answer that. I've just kind of been going off of what people have been, you know, offering help and advice with when it comes to reborn baby food, because I do want to use it as props. I use actual formula for my reborns. I don't actually feed it to them. I put it in the bottle for props. But whatever I do get of the formula, I get for free. I keep the basic one usually, or I'll keep like whatever one like I have more of. So I got like 3 containers of like one that's like for like lactose intolerant babies, and a regular one. I saved the lactose one and the regular one for my friend if she needs it, and I will keep one for myself. And then I also have expired ones, so even though it kind of smells really bad, it's not going to waste because I'm still using it for like props and stuff, and it's not just going straight to the trash. But I got those from like the Enfamil box and Similac, I got one too. So you just go on those websites and you can actually get those for free, and they send them right to you, which is really cool. And then after you get that, they actually continually send you like coupons and stuff like that that you can use to get more formula. Enfamil and Similac, where I get the formula, and the baby food, actual like baby food, I haven't figured out yet, so I'm sorry I can't answer that one. Where is the best place to get outfits for your reborn? I would definitely say Shein. I do like going to like Target and Walmart for clothes because I think that their stuff is affordable. If you're not too worried about like shipping or anything like that, Shein is definitely good. It's lower quality items. They're not terrible quality though, it's just some of the stuff's thinner, but the prices are good. I think some of the dresses were like $6, some are on sale for like $2.50. Like I said, I have an order coming. I spent over $100, but I got a lot of stuff out of it because the prices were so low. I'm getting like 6 bows for $4, which I think is really good price-wise. So I definitely say try Shein if you don't mind the wait time for it. And then they always have free shipping on Sundays. Their shipping fees are usually like, I think like $6 or $8, something like that. But still, that's not bad at all. You get coupons all the time from it, like as you spend money on there, and you earn points that you can use towards purchases. So I really like that aspect of it. And I like the style that they offer just because I think it's inspired by European fashion, which is very, very different than American fashion. So that's the other reason why I like it, because it's kind of just different than what we have here. What do you think is too much or going too far with Reborn? Quite honestly, this hobby doesn't hurt anybody. Being into Reborns doesn't hurt anybody. So do what makes you happy. As long as you're not affecting your relationships with the people around you, go for it. You know, there is nothing harming it. If you're losing connections with actual, like, real people because of it, maybe you should break your back. That's what I've kind of come to learn, is that when I get too indulged into the community, I kind of lose touch with the people around me that love me and that are real and want to be with me and stuff. Overall, when it comes to, like, buying things, everything like that, I don't think you could go too far with it. Quite honestly, it's not hurting anybody. I don't really agree with, like, you know, you buy a car seat, you're hurting somebody off of it. There's 100 more. The factors at making a million more. So buy yourself that car seat, buy yourself that pack and play, that crib, whatever makes you happy, and you know you're not financially burdened by it or affecting the relationships around you. I would say nothing's really, you know, out there or outrageous really or too far. Just if you have somebody in your life that, you know, may not be totally thrilled with Reborns, maybe sit down and talk to them about it and, you know, figure out some type of structure and routine for you two, that you're not taking away from the quality time with that person that cares about you, but you're also able to have quality time for yourself and take care of yourself. Will artists let you do payment plans? So I'm pretty sure majority of artists allow payment plans. I'm pretty positive mine does. I've never had to go to the route of a payment plan before. I've always paid outright for my Reborns, but I have come in contact with artists that offer payment plans, and they'll usually post like payment plans available, and they'll figure out with you how that, you know, that aspect of it, how it works and everything. So I'm not totally familiar with it. Really, when you find an artist or you find a seller, if you're not getting a custom and you're getting a reborn like right out, like ready made to sell, just ask them honestly, and they should tell you if they offer payment plans or not. Some artists are hesitant to offer payment plans because a lot of times artists have been scammed in the past. So if they say no because of that reason, don't take it personal. It's nothing against you. It's just something to protect them in the long run, because reborns are a lot of work and they cost a lot of money, and it's a lot of valuable time that goes into it that the artist takes to create one. Every single reborn is absolutely unique. So it's nothing personal if they say no to the payment plan. It's just, it's business at the end of the day, and they're trying to protect themselves and their livelihood. You can be scammed out of a reborn just as much as they can be scammed out of a good name. I've seen artists' names get slandered for absolutely no reason, just because the person ended up not liking the reborn. So if it comes down to it and they say no, if it doesn't work out for you and you're unable to pay straight out for your reborn, you may potentially have to search a different route for an artist. But I think for the most part, artists are really reasonable when it comes to payment plans, and a lot are willing to work with you to help you get that dream. Alright, I guess it was a Christmas miracle, and it took getting to Christmas for me to figure out her name. You guys have given me some amazing suggestions. I've loved every single one of them. They were beautiful names. But there was one name in particular that has always stuck out to me. It was on my original list of baby names for her, and it's a name that I wanted to potentially have for a reborn, and it's still a vintage name, and I feel like it fits her so well. So, drum roll please. This is Miss Evelyn. Her nickname is Evie, and I'm still trying to figure out a middle name for her, but her middle name will begin with a B because I like how Miss Evie B sounds. I think it's so cute. So she's Miss Evie B. So comment down below if you have any middle name suggestions that begin with B that work with Evelyn. I've had a couple of names that I'm tossing around, but I'm not too keen on how they sound with Evelyn. So I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys like her name. Thank you again for all of your amazing suggestions. And again, don't forget to comment down below any B names that you guys have. And we hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit subscribe and ring that bell. That way you get updates for all of my videos. Next, head over to Instagram, give me a follow at rebornloves92, as well as my Reborn roleplay page, littlefamily.bigdreamers. Alright guys, we will see you next time. Bye!